in the afternoon / early evening for folks who are just getting off work, or if this just happens to be a better time. Yeah, so I am here showing the magic stuff. I also have pinned my Road to 1K item. Um, I am, let's see here. I am trying to get to 1,000 items. That way, it'll make it a little easier to get paid out from whatnot. Otherwise, I have to wait forever. And this is kind of the only thing I do because um, I have a lot of medical problems that keep me at home. So I am sharing my magic and my items with you as a way to, um, support myself, support my family, but also, um, on that road to 1K. So, anyway, if you want to treat my kitties to something tasty, I have an entry for lavender and I have an entry for phoenix. So, um, so yeah, those are in the bin, and I will just leave those up. Um, so folks can, um, you know, go in there and treat the kitties. I don't know how to change that so it doesn't require a shipping profile, though, because I'm certainly not shipping anything. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I will figure that out. Um, yeah. Maybe I need to. Hmm, I don't know. I don't know what I need to do, but you understand what's happening here. Yeah. I posted some cute pictures of my kitties too, so you can see what they look like. I have two. One of them is lavender, one of them is phoenix. So, yeah. Yeah. Hello, Jackie. Welcome to the show. Very excited to see you. Hello, hello. In front of me, I have a few of the items that are available today. Uh, so this is Heimdall, one of the Norse gods. He is associated with, guarding the Rainbow Road. I can't think of the word. Bifrost. He guards the Bifrost into Asgard in Norse Path. I have a book about Balder, who is also a god in Norse Path. And then this is just a cool lady vase. Um, yeah, so I'm just super excited to share all my magical things with y'all. And I hope that you have a good time. If you would like me to run a random book pull, hello, Deanna. Welcome, welcome. I have a bunch of books that I'm going to do random pulls for, and I have them I have a few different random pull options, but I thought, what if we start with a dollar pull on some books? Y'all into that? If so, drop some hearts in the chat because I would love to offer some witchy herbalism kind of books, and I have 3 of them available for the dollar slot, and then it goes up from there. Because I have used books, but I also have new books. So, yeah, if you're into books, drop some books or hearts into the chat, and we can certainly get that going for you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, yeah. So I I'm having a brain fart. Yeah. So yes, books, and I have these statuaries. This lady statue is um just so beautiful. It's one of my it's a vase actually. And this girl is just $5. And look at her booty. Look at that booty. Um I love it. And honestly, I think it's supposed to be like a lady bottom wrapped in like maybe a sarong that's falling off, but honestly, I think that it looks like she has a giant clitoris. I'm but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Um I tend to be kind of a strange duck, an odd duck. Um, yeah. Um, but anyways, uh, there. Okay. Sorry, my brain was a little distracted, but I am back, baby. Yeah. So all right. So I have these. So if you want me to do another book run, hello, folks popping in, Dee Dee and Stephanie. Hello. Um, Yeah, so dollar book runs. I also have some art. I never get to the point where I show my art, but this is actually handmade, and it is a mushroom and a crescent moon on some reclaimed barnwood. Um, a friend of mine who is an artist, I got this from them, and I love that they do stuff with reclaimed wood. I'm a big reclaimed wood fan. Um, Oh my goodness. How do I get out of this thing? Oh, goodness. I am having a slight technical issue. But that is me. I'm. Okay. Okay. How do I get out of here? Ugh. I'm sorry. I am trying to. Oh, goodness gracious. I hate this one. Why? Is it F11? Oh, Alt. Hold F8? So, no. I'm having a cow. I'm having a full on cow. I hate this. There you are. Great. I escape. what's going on here? And they gave me a lot of anxiety. And they gave me a lot of anxiety. And I hate it. Because I already find it challenging to get on here and run shows. I find it challenging. But I do it because I want to. I just, when tech issues happen, it increases my anxiety. So let's clear that, huh? Let's clear that. I'm going to use a little oil. And put some here. Put some here. Okay. I'm just going to restart that energy. All right. Okay, so anyway, I am here to show my stuff, and I am super excited to be here. Hey, Blaze, welcome to the show. In front of me, I have a few of the beautiful things that I have available today. I have Odin, a little like statue of Odin, and I have a statue of Heimdall, and this is a little lady vase, little lady bust vase. And I thought she has a little butt. The butt's cute. And yeah, and I have this beautiful art piece available. I love this art piece. It is so cool, and it was laser burned. So yeah, I do enjoy a good laser burned art piece. There we go. And I have this chalice. Let's see here. There, chalice, and I have a lady. Cool. Just trying to put things in frames so y'all can see them. I have a bunch of other things too, but these are the ones I wanted to point out because I never get to share my art with folks. And I have a lot of cool art pieces. I have this mushroom and moon one. And I have this piece. And all of this is on a reclaimed wood. And you got a crescent moon with some like celestial, like planetary thing. It's really cool, really cool. So, I mean, it'd be perfect for someone who is into, hi Mel, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, so this would be perfect to give as a gift. And these are all new items. All these are new. So yeah, this is Odie and this is Heimdall. So if you're into Odin, if you're into Norse Path, just let me know. Otherwise, I have some cool spells up to share. I have some cool jars because, witches love jars. So if you want some jars, I have some jars. I have this little bat friend. Look at that guy. I have some crystals. Let's see if I can get him in frame here. Get this little Jersey boy. No, you only can see jars and things. Hi, Francis. Welcome in. So, yeah. Let's do with myself. I don't know what to do with myself. Dun dun, just don't know what to do with myself. Anyone know that song? Probably not. It's all right. So yeah, art piece. I also have stuff for the full moon because today's the last day of the full moon until January. So it's the last day till the end of the year. But we'll have a new moon between now and then. So yeah. All right. How about we pin some of those dollar stars? Let's see, where are those? 12, 5, 6. There we go. Pin item. All right. So yes, I have some Dollar Star books. So if y'all would like to see the Dollar Star books, just drop a book or a heart in the chat and I will pull those out and start running them because I want to show you what you want to see, kind of a thing. Yeah. Yep. All right, I'm just going to scoop this out of my way. Just push everything over on there. Okay. Wish that I could prop them up. On this. That works. See those at all? Not really. Oh, that would work. So if I did that, and this. Same up with that. Oh, that works. So, no. There we go. I think that'll work just fine. Maybe. Okay. Oh, that must be quite far away in. We could like something down. There we go. Cool. Sage. Great. Okay, so part of what I brought tonight is some dried herbs. I've been doing a lot of herbalism for the last, 10 years. But when I opened my shop, I really sort of doubled down and um, did a lot more research. I did a lot more harvesting and spent a lot more time getting to know plants because I knew that I wanted to work with plants because I've always done it. Like when I was a kid, I used to do a lot of gardening. And so, yeah, plant work just felt really natural to me. It was only recently, hi Elamar, welcome in. It was only recently that I started bagging my herbs for sale for other folks because I realized that other people want to work with herbs too. And a lot of my herbs I forage myself, which means I like spend a lot of time with the plant, cutting and drying. Um, and yeah, just, getting to know how to use them basically. And so this year I actually grew lavender and sage to make bundles because I knew I wanted to hand tie bundles. And I have done hand tie bundles in the past for like Yuletide. I'll create them with like cinnamon, like a cinnamon stick and cedar and like orange. That makes a really nice bundle to like celebrate the season and stuff like that. So Anyways, I yeah, I had um anyway, this year I had grown lavender and sage to make the bundles, and I had a lot of fun like harvesting and tying. And I made sure to grow them until the very last moment because I wanted them to soak up every last little ounce of sunlight. Because I think part of the magic of plants is like releasing the energy of the sun, right? I think the sun can be very cleansing. And that's, during when it's sunny out is when they like photosynthesize and grow and, become their fullest selves during the summer season. And so I think all that energy gets stored when the plant is cut. And part of the energy cleansing comes from that release. So yeah. Um I I guess so that is sort of my story with the dried herbs. And I did bring a whole bunch home to share with you. So I have chicory and patchouli, some frankincense and myrrh, acacia resin, white copal. I have a bunch of different kinds of salt. So if you like to do like, charging, blessing, clearing, salt is good for all of that kind of stuff. I have red salt that has like iron rich Hawaiian clay in it, which is super, super protective, especially against malicious fae energy. Because, like, I work with the fae and I realize that some of them have some trickster energy, but also, you know, if you're like, look, I don't want to work with the fae at all, I want them to stay away, then you should certainly use like the red Alea salt in your spells and around your home. Um, Chicory here. So chicory is something I harvested this year and dried. And so this has the flower, it has the leaf. I removed the stems to the best of my ability because um, they can be kind of hard to work with. Whew. Pardon me. Pardon me. So, and on all my labels, I include what element it's associated with if it's been wild harvested. So what planets associated with, the zodiac sign, the chakra, and the gender it's associated with. And so that just kind of gives you an idea of like sort of the more traditional concepts of the herb. And sometimes the herb does not have that information, like the label won't have that information because it is not considered a standard magical herb. And it's something that I may have chosen to introduce into my magical herb collection because I felt it had a lot of potent energy and a lot of good lessons to share. So yeah. Um, but anyway, chicory is associated with the element of fire. The planet is the sun. The zodiac is Leo. The chakra is the third eye, and the gender is masculine. I find that a lot of herbs that are aligned with the sun are masculine because the sun's considered masculine and the moon is considered feminine. Um, so you would use chicory to remove barriers and obstacles, helps one get over past relationships, removes hexes and curses, protection against psychic attacks, negative energy, curses, and hexes. So it removes them, but it also protects you from them. So kind of a double duty. And yeah, like I said, I wild harvested this and it has the little purpley blue flowers in it and the leaves. And yeah. And all of my wild harvest herbs are small batch because I harvest when it is available. And I don't always have a chance to go out and oh, hey folks who have popped in. Welcome, welcome. I am talking about the spell herbs that I have available. Right now I am showing chicory and patchouli leaf. So if you are a patchouli fan, I have a few bags of patchouli available and it is potent. And if you are into that smell, this would be amazing to like burn or add to a simmer pot if you want to bring that earthy scent into your home. Patchouli. Hi, we talked through messaging. How is going? Um, it's going okay. It's going okay. I am still trying to figure out how to get people to come to my shows and to stay and to shop. I've had a few sales, but it certainly is a whole lot of me talking to myself. And I feel like I have a lot of cool things to sell. I just don't know how to get other people interested in what I'm doing. So, Kindred, I appreciate you checking in. And like today, I'm showing all kinds of things like the herbs that I have foraged and have bagged up and made available to folks who want to use them for like things. I had a show this morning. One person bought, I talk to myself a lot too. It's so hard. It's so hard because I already have things like anxiety and social awkwardness. I am so awkward. And while I do tend to talk to myself, I also don't need to like talk to myself for the purpose of explaining my products because I already know, right? I don't talk to myself for the purpose of selling myself things because if I want to buy something, I'll just buy it for me, right? So I am like, I did this show at 11 o'clock this morning and I had a couple people come in. One person bought something, but otherwise I sat here for like mostly an hour by myself. Talk it through. It's just what we have to do. Yeah. I actually was sitting with a friend of mine who does Whatnot shows. She's been on Whatnot for a few months. Hi, that's all, folks. Welcome in. So yeah, she's been on Whatnot for a few months, and I sat with her while she did a show yesterday, and just got a bunch of pointers because she's actually pretty successful. Have you been going to other shows? Yeah, I go to 2-3 shows a day. I am always popping in. I follow a whole bunch of people. I'll go in to their shows and like see what they're up to. Sometimes I buy things. But yeah, it's hard because people seem interested and they seem excited. I had 20 some people pin this show and they have not shown up. And I don't know why. I don't know why. But same happens to me. Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand the pinning process. Like, why do you pin things you don't go to? Although, full disclosure, I have pinned shows that I didn't go to, partly because when they popped up, I was busy at the moment. So I didn't like deliberately like ignore their show. I just was like, okay, don't have two brain cells to rub together right now. And the one that I have available is, trying to operate my human suit. So, oh, goodness. But yeah. But it's cool that you popped in to check in. Yeah, totally. Yeah, because this isn't the only thing I do all day, right? I mean, I'm sure everybody can say that. Or most people. I'm sure there's some people that do this exclusively, but I do lots of things. And yeah. But I hope that it reaches people. So I keep having like technical issues with the whole boosting thing. So I'll hit like the promote button when I've started streaming, and then the like pop-up screen will come up, and then I can't get it to minimize, and I don't know how to make it. And then I have to start my show all over again because I can't get it to go away and I can't see anything. And it makes me crazy. I'm like, why is this so hard? Ugh. Anyway. So yeah. What kind of show did you run today? Never. Yes, you do. You pay for it. Of course, they want you to pay like $20, $30 a show, and I was like, I can't do that. So I threw $10 at it. to see what would happen, but I have no way of knowing if it actually took because I had that weird technical issue. And I usually run my show with like 3 different pieces of tech. I use my phone as a webcam. I have my laptop up to like read comments, but then I usually have a third up just to look at back end stuff. But yeah, hi Muggsy, welcome to the show. I am showing some herbs right now if you are interested in some magical herbs. I also have lots of cool things. Like I have this cool little baddie friend who's looking for a home. All of my bin items are on flash sale today. So baddies on flash sale. I have books that are starting at $1. So if you want to do a random poll, just drop some books in the comments. Yeah, or if you want me to run baddie, let me know. So yeah. Someone said it doesn't do anything. Personally, I think it's better having another seller promote you. Yeah, so my friends promoted me the last couple of days, but I think after people attend her shows, they don't have any money for my shows. But say la vie, I guess. At least, people are becoming more aware of me. I have about 130 followers, probably. But I don't know. Just going out there, put my stuff out there several days a week and hoping for the best. So. Yeah, I do. I'm following over 300 people. So about a third of the number that I follow me. So at that rate, I'm going to have to follow like 3,000 people to get 1,000 people. But, I guess that's the game. Well, thank you. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate the check-in. It's good to know there's other folks out there that are kind of where I'm at and are just trying to figure out how to be successful on this app. So, but you have a great evening. Mm-hmm. So I am, making lots of noise. Let's try something different. So I have a bunch of these corn dollies that I made up this year. So a corn dolly is a representation of the harvest goddess, and I made her out of corn husk that I harvested off of corn that was picked at my brother's house. My brother and his wife have a farm, and they sort of like traded with another local farmer for corn, and I ended up with like 60 ears. And I was like, oh my goodness. So as I'm prepping the ears to be preserved or prepared for like freezing, I was like, what am I going to do with all of this like waste, right? And it seemed like waste at the time. And I was like, what if I make corn dollies? Because I have always wanted to do this. It's been my sort of crafting bucket list item, and I finally did it this year, and it makes me so happy. Look at this girl. I heart her so much. So yeah, I have this gal, and I have what else do I want to show? So I have this celestite egg. So if you are, I have to turn the lights on. Oh no, you can still see it pretty good. It's hard because the sun's going down, and I'm like, maybe there's not enough light, but there is. There's lots of light yet. Yeah. So anyway, oh, hi Blaze again. Welcome in. I am showing my celestite egg. and it's in the bin, and all bin items are on flash sale today. So let me get that pulled up. If you are interested in this beauty, the Celestite babe, let me know. Just drop a heart in the comments. I also have the Celestite in a heart shape. So, and I really love the color. Let me see if I can get this in the shot. Here we go. I really love the color of Celestite. It's got this sort of baby blue, pale periwinkle kind of vibe. And it is like the perfect stone for the holidays because it is all about like good mental health, negating arguments, keeping a peaceful, calm household, helping you communicate better. So, yeah, you just pop one of these into whatever room you're spending family time in and, um, you know, prepare for things to be harmonious because who doesn't need that, honestly? So, yeah, just kind of keep these here, I guess. There. So, yeah. All right. There we go. All right, so Celestite, let's see what it says in the book. So, this book here I have in my random pull used book area. So, if you want me to pull some books, I have a whole bunch of witchy books available. Um, I have stuff on fairy craft, stuff on herbs, stuff on herbal medicine, stuff on herb foraging, stuff on Santeria and voodoo and um, cowrie shell divination. I have stuff on Lenormand card reading and on just, oh my goodness. I have books coming out of my ears. And, and if you're more of a fiction witchy, I do have a random draw for a few Harry Potter paperbacks. So I have lots and lots of things. I'm going to turn on the lights. Let me be right back. I'll be right back. Okay. Can I stand that up there? There we go. Boy, I forget how quickly it becomes dark here. Oh. Great. I don't know what to do. All right. Mm-hmm. Of course. Of course. Um, well, I don't know what to do. I am trying to put some more light in here. So for folks popping in, just know that I will be right back in front of that camera as soon as I can. Let me just let there be light. There we go. Okay, that's better. That's better. Yeah. Let's see if this helps. Da da dun da 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 dun. Waiting, like hold music. Excuse me. While I do the thing. Okay, that's better. Okay. Hi. Okay, so anyway, I was talking about, hi Debbie, welcome in. Right now I'm showing some gorgeous celestite pieces. How are you tonight? Fabulous. Things going well? It's nearly Friday, everybody's favorite day of the week, aside from the weekend, obviously. Every time, yes, I am doing well. I'm doing what I love, and I love connecting with people through this app, and I'm still learning so much. And so right now I am doing a flash sale on bin items. So right now I have this celestite egg up. It is a geode. You can see all the beautiful like points and crystally bits. And I normally have her for 40, but today I will run 25% off so she can find her home. If you want to see if you want to bid on her, just throw a blue heart down in the chat. Otherwise, I also have a celestite heart available. Let's see here. Oh, there she is. Look how gorgeous that is. And the back is very smooth. It's so beautiful. And so, yeah, both of these, I believe, start at 40. And yeah. And I really love this egg shape. Hi, Indy. Welcome. It's good to see you. Oh, my goodness. Yesterday at the purse sale was so fun, and I'm so excited to see you. Come join me. Hi. Um, so, like I was saying, if you guys are interested, I don't know if you know a lot about celestite, but it is a beautiful stone. Like I said, it's kind of periwinkle colored, that sort of blue, sort of purpley. It's like if light blue and lavender had a baby. That is the color of celestite. It is an absolutely gorgeous stone. And I have two pieces available, and I'm doing a bin sale. So if you are interested, these I usually sell for 40 and I will have them for 25% off. So that is a steal. And I just want to read. I have a bunch of books too. This is one of the books I have available. It's a used copy of the Crystal Bible, and I have this. I think starting. I think it's in like my $4 random pick. I have some random book pulls that I'm going to do. If you're into witchy books, I have stuff on working with the goddesses, about sorcery, about like cord magic, air magic, queer magic. I mean, it just kind of runs the spectrum. But I specifically want to get Celestite a home, especially with the holidays coming up. So I wanted to read an excerpt from the book that talks about Celestite. Um, it says, this beautiful crystal promotes purity of the heart and attracts good fortune. It heals the aura and reveals truth. It is a stone that brings balance and alignment. The deep peace it holds assists in conflict resolution and in maintaining a harmonious atmosphere in times of stress. Celestite can improve dysfunctional relationships by opening a space for peaceful negotiation. Like if that doesn't say helps the holidays not suck, I don't know what does, honestly. And I don't know about y'all, but whenever I go home to visit the fam, right? Whenever I go home to visit the fam for the holidays, it's just like Uncle Bob is still mad at Aunt Debbie about that thing that happened last Thanksgiving, and he won't like shut up about it. And now everyone has to know about how he's pissy, or you know what I mean? And so if you're like me and you have those kinds of family members, it is super helpful just to plop a chunk of celestite in the room. People don't even have to see it for it to work. That is the beauty of crystal work. Um, yeah, it says psychologically, celestite imparts gentle strength and enormous inner peace despite urging toward greater openness to new experiences. It is a teacher of trust in the infinite wisdom of the divine. With its calming effect, celestite can cool fiery emotions, right? Um, Mentally, celestite calms and sharpens the mind, dispersing worries and promoting mental clarity and fluent communication. It aids the analysis of complex ideas. This stone synthesizes intellect with instinct and promotes mental balance. Um, yeah. So, anyway, love, love, love celestite. Plus, it has the added benefit if you are wanting to connect with like angelic realms, like in a more personal area of your spiritual growth. Celestite is also great for that. So, again, if you want me to run that flash sale on my 2 celestite pieces, please drop a heart. There's nothing you need to actually do with it for it to work. Correct. That is the great thing about crystal work, is that the crystal itself knows what its job is. It knows what to do. So the idea is that you place it in a space where um, where a lot of people tend to gather, and be like, okay, celestite, I believe that you are going to bring harmony and peace and cool people's tempers, because that is what I want from you, right? It's setting those intentions. That's how all spell work really works, is like you set your intentions, you have that sort of verbal communication with your spell, with your, I call them crystal allies, right? So you have that communication with your crystal ally and you set that intention, and it just goes to work. I wear crystal bracelets every single day. They are my crystal allies, and I not only do I like them for the stim, because it really tickles my autistic ADHD brain, um, but also the crystals, they make me feel really grounded. And I chose stones that are good for my energy field. But I'm saying that, celestite, especially this time of year, is great for that. Keeping the family dynamic happy and getting people to talk to each other without hostility. So, yeah, that's what I know about crystal work, mostly from my own experience, but also through research. And yeah, so anyway, I don't see any hearts in the chat. Hi, folks joining. Welcome in, welcome in. I was just talking about some celestite, and I'm going to move that off to the side because I don't see any hearts, so I'm not going to run those flash sales just yet. But if anyone wants a flash sale on celestite, just drop a heart in the chat. Otherwise, let's move on. How about we do $1 random pull on some books? I have some cool witchy books that I put together. I have probably 25 books. So if you're book people, drop me some books in the chat. I want to see if that is something worth playing with right now. Because like I said, I have so many. Oh, yes, Debbie. All right. How about we start with those dollar pulls and then we'll go up from there. Okay. So I will pin that item and I will show you my dollar pulls. So I have 3 available, and winner gets to pick which one they want. So the first one is a book on palmistry, and it says, whether you wish to learn about the lines and mounts that indicate your past, looking for books to drop. To drop? Do you mean list? I'm still learning. I don't know lingo very well, so pardon my ignorance. Oh, I see the emoji. I see. I know, it is like buried way the hell in there. So yes. So we have the palmistry book starting at $1. So if you have ever wanted to learn about how to do palmistry, this is like the absolute beginner's guide, and it has pictures. It tells you about like your different ring fingers. So like wearing rings on certain fingers give different energy. But also learning how to read the lines. And I love palmistry as a divination technique. So I have that as my dollar pull. I also have this book. It is called The Fortune Telling Kit. When it came into my possession, it was just a book. I didn't come with anything. But dude, it has like info about anything, if you want to know about any kind of fortune telling technique, let me tell you. So this has stuff on the tarot, I Ching, runes, palmistry. So, another chance to do the palmistry. This is going to be much more extensive, but this will also give you a good beginner. Western astrology, Chinese astrology, numerology, crystallomancy, so working with crystals as a way of divination, dowsing, dreams, superstitions, and a lot more. It has a lot more. And it's a color guide, and that'll be one of the dollar picks. And then my last dollar pick is about, so I don't know if any of y'all are into herbalism. So this is called Plants That Heal, and it's this cool magazine that I came across because I have done herbal work for a long time. I do primarily magical herbalism, but I have also strayed into magical teas and tinctures, and right. And so this it has a whole bunch of recipes on how to use herbs to make medicine. So that natural healing. Okay. So I'm going to start that bid up, and person who I have 3 listings for this one. So the person who wins the first one, just drop in the comments which one you want, and then the other 2 will still be available. So let's run that auction for 30 seconds. Boom. And it's up. Okay. So again, it's fortune telling. It's a book of recipes. We got Indy winning. So if you want to learn how to make medicine and tinctures and stuff from plants, this book is full of recipes. And we got 15 seconds on that. And then the other one is a book on palmistry. So if you want to learn the art of palmistry, give this, bid. All right, Indy, looks like you are going to win this round. Awesome. Which one would you like? Do you want palmistry, the Plants That Heal, or the fortune telling kit? Plants That Heal. Okay, so Indy, this is for you. All right, let me I am a one-woman show. I appreciate that Kiki and Friends has Katie and other mods. And yeah, Indy. Okay. And I'm hoping to get a mod of my own someday, All right. If you guys want me to run the other 2 books in the dollar bid, just drop a heart or an emoji in the thing, and I will run another one. Otherwise, I will move on to the next group of books to pull. Give it a couple more seconds. Okay. Then that is it for the dollar runs for now. Do I have any Harry Potter fans in here? Because I have a stack of Harry Potter paperbacks. I know that's not, I wouldn't call that true witchy, but some people like witchy fiction. And yeah. So that is something that I have available. Otherwise, I'm going to do another random book pull that is a $6 start. And so this group, so this includes, where are you here? The Crystal Bible, Temples of the Grail. Oh, this stack. Okay. I kind of split them up by weight so I could try to make it a little easier on myself, but we'll see. Oh, geez. Okay. So in this group with the $6 start, I have 2 used copies of the Crystal Bible, but they are still in, beautiful condition. They are color. They have color photos of the crystals. So if you want to get into crystals, this is certainly a guide that a lot of people swear by, and I happen to have 2 used copies for y'all. And look at how thick this is. It has just like hundreds of different crystals in there, honestly. So, how about we run All right. So 2 copies of the Crystal Bible. I'm going to run it. And if not that, then I will move on to the other stack. This is a much more hefty stack. So having you just like pick at the end, I think will be kind of challenging. Or I can just, oh, I know. I'll just put up a stack. Oh, oy vey. Thank you for being patient with me. I am 15 squirrels in a human suit. So keeping track of my brain at all times is challenging. So this is called Temples of the Grail. Thank you, Indy. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. So if you have ever been curious about the Holy Grail, this actually follows, the writer has compiled a lot of historical texts of the story of the Temple of the Grail, and they kind of explore that whole quest line, if you will. So if you would like to learn more, this is a brand new book. It has never been read, and this has also a $6 start. So we have Temples of the Grail, and this is a very cool book. So this is called Be Here Now. It was printed in 1978, but it is the funkiest book I have ever seen. Look at this. So it was written by this guy who was going through, like, I don't know, this yogi spiritual awakening. And so a lot of this are like poetry and musings about his like spiritual awakening. And when I first came across this book, I thought someone who's like super artistic is going to do something real cool with all of these pages. I mean, could you imagine? But also, if you just wanted to read it, it certainly has a lot of value in that. That's the dude. But yeah, and then in the back, there's also text that's just like sideways, so you could read it like, a normal book, right? This is a cool book. Cool book. So that'll be in this $6 bid. I also have a book on, oh geez, how about I just tip everything over? 21 ways to read a tarot card. So if you want to learn how to be a better tarot reader for yourself, or just kind of learn the process. I mean, there's people that have been reading a long, long time like me, and I still find value in seeing how other people do it because, we all do it a different way, right? And if you're like, I don't even know where to start, these guides are so helpful. She talks about spreads. She talks about the individual cards. And this follows the Rider-Waite system. Because in case you didn't know, there are 2 different tarot card systems within tarot alone. I mean, Oracle, each deck is their own beastie. But there's the Rider-Waite system. And there's the Thoth system, which Aleister Crowley put together. If you don't know who Aleister Crowley is, he's like OG occultist who also was a little cray-cray, just saying. I'm not a Crowley fan. Some people are Crowley fans. I actually have books about Crowley if you want to get to know him and like the Golden Dawn and all that. Just a little cray-cray. Yeah, like Mount Rushmore is a little monument like that. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, books about tarot. And then speaking of Crowley and stuff, this is a book called Turning the Solomon Key, and this talks about so Blake set Washington the job. Oh, hang on a second. So this book explains how George Washington used the rituals of the Masonic astrology to create an enduring inspiration for his people. The theory of Masonic astrology, deduced from studying the work, life, and writings of Washington, explains a mechanism. The bright birth star, which nurtured a baby's brain as it was forming when it moves back near the sun, can resonantly stimulate that person's neurons to create sources of inspiration and creativity. So basically, this book is about um, the early, sort of like the birth of America when we were just becoming America, but also how George Washington was in the Masons and how he used Masonic tradition and like, words like the Illuminati and the Masons and occultism all wrapped up in this book. So this is a historical nonfiction. So that's how this would be. So anyway, if you're curious about that, if you're kind of a history occult nerd, because it's deep in that occultism, um, this would be a fun read for you. So anyways, this will be in this bidding lot too. All right, so I'm just going to stack it up so you can kind of see the spines. And that way you remember what is in the auction. And once it has concluded, I can run it a couple of times if there are multiple titles that you are interested in. So, all right, let's get this party started. We're going to start the auction and we're going to run it for 30 seconds. And there you go. Have fun. But yeah, I really love, like I said, I have such a wide range of interests. Yay! Thank you for the bids, ladies. I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you so much. So yeah, I have such an eclectic mix of books because I am interested in a lot of different things, and I think that it's important to like foster people's creativity and their interest in seeing what else is out there in the world. Oh, hooray, Debbie! You made your first purchase. I'm so happy. Which book would you like me to set aside for you? Just drop it in the comments and I will get that set aside for you. All right, so Debbie. Oh, yes. Debbie. Okay. All right. I will set aside the tarot book. Mm-hmm. All right. Fabulous. All right. Would you like me to run this auction again? Are there other books in this series that y'all would like to bid on? Yas. Okay, Queen. Let's run it. And start auction. 30-second run and have at. But yeah, when I got into Witch Path 20 years ago, over 20 years ago, because I was a teenager that was looking for a place to belong, and because of that, and I such an avid reader, and so I got into a lot of different topics as a way to expand my mind and understanding of the world, because I grew up in a really tiny town. At one point, in my teens, I was living in a town that had literally 400 people. And I don't know where they lived because you blinked and you missed it. That town was tiny, tiny. And everyone was Catholic, which was really hard being a young witchy person. Awesome, Indy. Congratulations. Which book would you like me? Washington. Yes. Oh my God. You're going to have to message me and let me know what you think. I am so excited for you. Truly, truly. Okay. Indie stack. There we go. Okay. Are there other books in this stack y'all would like to bid on? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Let's run again. Start auction. And it's up, ladies. Have fun. But yeah, I would love to hear your experiences, sort of where, how you got interested in sort of the occult or the craft or just sort of, odd little spiritual things. because I always like to hear people's stories. That was why I opened my business. I had a brick and mortar shop for 7 years, and some of my favorite customer interactions. Yay, Debbie! Hooray! Which one would you like, my dear? As I pet the books like a weirdo. Oh, my goodness. The crystal. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Let's, there we go. Okay. All right. Awesome. And I will run it one more time. There you are. I still have three in this stack. Otherwise, I still have lots of books I can show. Yes. And I have a sort of a companion book to that. It's not a direct companion book, but I have a book on Thelema, which says the introduction to the life, work, and philosophy of Aleister Crowley. So if you want to learn more about that cray SOB, that is the place to go. Just saying. Yeah. Oh, yay, Debbie. Which of these babes is for you? I imagine probably not the crystal one, but maybe. The strange one. Yes. The weird, like, yogi hippie rambling one. Yes. I love this. I am so happy someone wants this book because being a book lover and a book nerd, I love to find funky, weird things to share with people. And I love it when they love what I do. So, anyway. Okay. Are we good on this stack or do we want to keep going? I have. Awesome. Okay. We will keep going. Start auction. Boom. It is set. So yeah. Anyway, like I was saying earlier, I would love to hear sort of how you got into liking what the witchy, strange spiritual things. Because I think that story is just, I don't know, it's fun for me. But anyway, I will figure out which stack we're going to do next because I still have so many cool things. Yeah. Indy is winning. I'm so excited for you. Woo! Hooray! So, is it Crystal Book or Temple of the Grail? Which one is for you? Crystal Bible. Perfect. Perfect. Love this book. Love this book. Okay. Okay. And are we good on the Temples of the Grail? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Awesome. Welcome, Jennifer. Welcome. I will set that aside for now. And let's pull out the next stack. Okay. Who is up next? Hello, Brandy. Welcome to the sale. Oh, okay. So let's pin this one. So this is a $10 start. And again, these are all new books. And it is going to have such an array of titles. And I think most of these retail at like $19. So getting a $10 for a brand new book is a steal. So let me pull those out. So we have the Queer Kabbalah, Babbalah, 12 editions. All the way down to Fine Saucers. Okay, great. Okay, the next stack of books. Hefty stack. All right, so again, because I try to have something for everybody. I actually met the author of this book, The Queer Kabbalah, at Paganicon 3 years ago, I believe. It was right around the time this book was coming out. And the thing that I love about the Queer Kabbalah and hearing them speak about it is they sort of reimagined or like reinterpreted what the Kabbalah symbolism means to them as a queer person, and how um, hmm, well, maybe I'll just read the back so I don't sit here and stumble. It says the Hermetic Kabbalah is a rich framework for understanding ourselves, our magical workings, and the universe. But outdated descriptions often obscure its intrinsically queer and non binary nature. With updated, affirming metaphors and word choices, this guide makes it easy for any practitioner to understand and work with the tree of life. Enfys becomes, oh, I see. Enfy's book welcomes queer people to see themselves in this esoteric practice and offers a variety of path workings, exercises, and spells to deepen their understanding of each of the 10 spheres. This book also shows magical communities how to create spaces and structures that are friendlier and more accessible to all. With a modern, inclusive understanding of the Kabbalah, you can enhance your magic, fully express your identity, and conquer life's challenges. So, that is the Queer Kabbalah. So I have 2 copies of that. And again, these are brand new books. The next up, totally switching gears, is a book called Babalao. I think I'm Babalao. I've always said Babalao, so that's what I'm going to say. It's Santeria's High Priests. It says Fathers of the Secrets in Afro-Cuban Ifa. So this is Afro-Cuban Ifa is when slaves, right? We know about slavery. That's not a secret. When the slaves were brought from Africa through the Caribbean, they melded their religions and culture melded with the Caribbean natives, the indigenous folks of the Caribbean. And since the brown people of the Caribbean were also scooped up and turned into slaves, this book talks about that amalgam of spiritual beliefs and kind of like outlines it for you. So if you are curious about learning about this religion path, this spiritual path, this is an excellent place to start. So we have that. To go with that, I have the 21 Divisions. This is the Mysteries and Magic of Dominican Voodoo. So voodoo, interestingly, is a mix of the like indigenous African beliefs mixed with Catholicism, mixed with Santeria, like Latin American belief systems. And so I find voodoo to be really interesting. A lot of people are just, in movies, it's very tongue in cheek. It's very like, ooh, scary, ooh, evil. But the thing is like, this religion has so much to offer by way of ancestral connections and, other magical practices. I've met a lot of voodoo folk, and they are so very grounded in their ancestry, in connecting and honoring them. And it's actually quite moving and touching, just saying. So if you would like to learn more about Dominican voodoo, I have this book in this lot. Now for something totally different. Fact, fiction, and flying saucers. Oh yes, because I also have something for the alien folk. Um, aliens to me are really interesting as a concept, but also as a being. And I have met a whole bunch of alien people on the whole, like from one end of the spectrum to the other. One side are just like they believe so strongly that the aliens are going to come down and abduct them and take them away to their special land, and to the other side where they're just like, um, aliens are a scary concept or they don't exist, that kind of thing. So, anyways, there's this and that and everything in between. But this one talks about like aliens and like conspiracy theories and like kind of talking about why UFOs are real. So, if you're into aliens, that may be for you. And then I have my last three books are spell books slash magic books. So if you want to get into certain kinds of spell work or spell casting, these may be for you. Let me just scooch these for a sec so I have a better camera angle. This one's called Cord Magic. Oh, there you are. So cord magic, it says tapping into the power of string, yarn, twists, and knots. And I have done cord magic before when people talk about cutting the cord, right? That energetic release when you burn or snip the etheric cord between two people. You can make a physical cord to represent the relationship, that energy bond, and then burn or snip or destroy it in one or other fashions. I've done it with like, we've used an actual sword, we've burned them. I mean, whatever tickles you. But anyway, if you want to learn more about how to do more string and cord magic in your practice, this is an excellent beginner guide. Just saying. Okay. So we have that in this lot. This one is a book on sorcery. So if you want to learn more about sorcery, it's the Strategies for Powerful Magic. And this was written by Jason Miller. I know a lot of my witchy friends have gone to many of his talks and say that he is a very knowledgeable person in person. So I feel that it is safe to recommend if you would like to get into sorcery. It says Real Sorcery is about success in practical magic. It is a book that aims at change in both the outer and inner worlds. Beyond a mere spell book or training course, Real Sorcery is a field manual on successful sorcery written by a professional sorcerer. The first part of this book lays out the qualities, concepts, and exercises necessary to attempt practical magic. The second part presents clear strategies for tackling almost any type of issue with sorcery. So, if you would like to own this, it'll be up in just a sec. And then the last book that is magic related is called Air Magic. So I do a lot of elemental magic, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, right? Which are also the 5 points of the pentacle. So air magic is intellect, right? It says, filled with spells, rituals, and meditations and correspondences, this impressive entry in Llewellyn's Elements of Witchcraft series strengthens your connection to the element of air. So learn about the magical realm of air and how to transmit your intentions into it. Enhance your spiritual practice with a deeper awareness of the magic words, incense, wind, sounds, and aromas. Book also features contributions from other well-known writers like Laura Tempest Zakharoff and Phoenix LaFay. I actually have met both of those people in person. Quality humans. With captivating insights on air deities, animal guides, sacred sites, herbs, crystals, and more. So, if you would like to incorporate more air magic into your practice, this will be going up too. So, all right, I'm going to turn the stack around so you can see all of the titles. And then I am going to start the bidding. Okay. It's one of those, how much do I futz with it before I just give up? There we go. And we're off. And so, if any of these titles tickle your fancy, now is the time to bid on them. Very nice, Indy. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you so much. And I'm excited to see which one you pick. Because, like I said, there's a lot of good titles in here. Yeah. Awesome. Which one is for you? Way to go. Air magic. Very good. Very good. I am so excited for you. Okay. Do you want me to run this lot again, or do you want me to move on to the next lot of books? Because I am cool with either. Debbie, is there anything in here that you want to bid on, or are you good? Okay. I'm not seeing. Okay. Perf. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Actually, I'm going to change it up just a little bit. Something book related, but not necessarily a book itself. I acquired 2 of these book boxes, and if you 2 are interested, I will create a special listing for them because I don't think I have them listed in my shop area. But I don't know if you can tell, but it has this gold leafing on all of the flowers, and I actually added this sun and moon sticker on the front because I wanted to create, I don't know, something special, I guess. But inside, it is so beautiful. It's great. I mean, and it has a magnetic closure, so it'll snap closed. And yeah, so if you are interested in these book boxes, I have this one, which is the sun and moon motif. And then this one has the moon motif, so like moon phases. And I would start the bidding of these at like 9. So if you are interested in these, let me know and I can make a listing and run them. Okay. Okay. Awesome. All right. Let me add those quick. Mm-hmm. I don't know what category to put it under. It's a good, I guess it honestly doesn't matter a whole lot. There we go. Done. Book box. And we started at 9. And we have 2 of them. And okay. Perfect. Perfect. I'm glad you guys are figuring it out for yourselves. Just talking amongst yourselves. All right. Perfect. Book box. There we go. Thank you. I like to create. So adding my own little zhuzh, my own little touch is important to me. All right, ladies, book box is up. So whatever you would like. I'm super excited for you. All right. Lovely. All right, Debbie, you got first dibs. Which one would you like? The moon phase? Oh, geez, where am I here? Moon phase or the sun and moon? What color are they? They're both sort of this charcoal polka dot. Love the moon one. So, okay. So the moon phase one is for Debbie. Wonderful. And then Indy, I'll run the second one for you. There you go, my dear. So yeah, this one is for this sun and moon box. Awesome. And I love how it just like goes hard on like that elegant, you know, book shape. I don't know. I'm all about shapes and textures. Awesome. All right, Indy, I will set this aside for you. Okay. Yay. All right. Do you ladies have any interest in a simmer pot blend that I created? So this one is called Cosmic Augury, and it is a simmer pot blend that you would use to help with divination. So you would put it on before you read your cards, or if you're doing other kinds of divination. Right? Yes, yeah, that box will be perfect to store your crystals in. You are right, Debbie. Yes, and I like to have a nice tidy place that's special to keep my favorite things, my favorite shinies. So yeah, but yeah. So like I was saying, the Cosmic Augury blend. It's a made of herbs and essential oils that I blended myself. A lot of the herbs I use, I grow or harvest myself by wild foraging. And you can also burn it like an incense if that is so you could like smoke cleanse things. It'd be actually a good way to cleanse your crystals if because a lot of crystals don't like water, so using moon water isn't great, and sometimes you're like, I forget to put it out on the full moon. So doing a smoke cleanse with this blend would be perfect. So burning it and simmer pots are the best way. You could also put it in a bath and do like a divination bath, which could be really nice to rejuvenate your body and kind of get you ready to connect with divine, connect with spirit, connect with, that higher, um, you know, ex- higher mind of yours. So if y'all are interested in this, I believe I have this in the bin. Right, right. Exactly. Yeah, when I make my herb blends, I I do it for like folks who may not necessarily be able to burn things, so at least you'll be able to like get the benefits without you know being concerned about like, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble if I burn like a sage bundle in my house, kind of a thing. So yeah, um, cons Yeah, and so the in case the word augury is not a familiar word to you, augury just is a fancy word for divination. I am kind of a word whore. I spend a lot of time like looking through a thesaurus to find the right words to like describe my products because I think that it's also cool to expose people to different kinds of words in the as we go along because they exist. So um I have this for 8. I normally sell for 16 in my shop, but I don't know, I guess I'm feeling generous and I want to see if other folks are digging the things I make. So Cosmic Augury is up. I have 2 jars available, so if that is something folks are interested in, it is up and ready for y'all. And again, I said that it is herbs and it's essential oils, and it can be burned. You can take a bath. You can do simmer pots. My favorite way to do a simmer pot is with a crock pot. It is a set it and forget it spell. I actually have one of those tiny crock pots that are like, I don't know, that you would put like dip in, I guess. Oh, yay, Debbie! Yes, the crock pots. I'm telling you, you put some like moon water in there, distilled water, tap water, whatever you got, and put a couple scoops of herbs and just let it go. And I usually will run my simmer pots for a couple of days because I like to utilize the full energy of the herbs. But you just kind of do what feels right to you. So I will set one of these babes aside for you, Debbie. Fantastic. Um, all right. If anyone else is interested in a jar of the simmer pot, I have one left and I will run the auction on that. There you go. Yeah, and it does. This is a glass jar. I prefer glass over plastic because it, yay, indie. Um, yeah, and like glass and essential oils and herbs, like the glass itself won't affect the herb, where plastic can hold bacteria. Um, so yeah, that way you get a nice like fuzz-free product. Just say some practical witchery in there with my spiritual witchery. Yay, indie! Hooray, hooray! All right, babe. I will pop this into your pile. Congratulations. So excited for you. Okay, okay. Let's see. I have made other things. So, next up is I have a bunch of this cool witchy art. And right? Debbie, you and Indy are queens of this show. Seriously, I appreciate you two so much. And there will be a little free prize for both of you in your boxes. So watch for that because I like to treat my queens nice. Mm-hmm. I know what my ladies want. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I have this up next. So this was created with reclaimed barnwood. And then this is wood burned on here. I don't know if you can see the detail. I don't know. Trying to drive this thing, but everything's reversed. Okay, but yes, you see. So it has this cool celestial design. And it's very fun. And then on the back, it has a one of those like jaggedy tooth things so you could hang it on the wall. So if you like something that thank you. Yeah, I love creating, and wood burning is something that's just, I love working with natural materials, and that just really ticks all my boxes, ticks my boxes. So I don't think I have this listed. So if y'all are interested, I have three different larger wood burn pieces, and they're all different. So I will show them to you, and if you would like to bid on them, I can uh, create a thing for them. So that's one. Next one is certainly a bit more esoteric. Let's see here. Oop. Here you go. You see it has like that all-seeing eye, or it could be also seen as like a protection evil eye one with the planet. Actually, I think that might be a moon. That's the moon. So this is the full moon, a big crescent moon, and then the like a waning. So you have a waxing, waning crescent moon situation, and then this cool little crystal detailed angle. And again, this has a little sawtooth on the back and made with reclaimed barnwood. And the last one, same thing, reclaimed barnwood. Only this one is white, so this would be like probably from the inside of the barn where they would paint it for like a dairy operation. And it's got some mushies on a crescent moon, and again with the sawtooth back. So yeah. And this one's a little smaller than these two, right? Just a bit. But I would gladly start all these at like 12, if that feels fair. Because I certainly have put a lot of time into them. And plus, reclaimed barnwood takes a bit to source. So yeah. But if you're interested in any of these pieces, I will create a listing. And we can start going. So yeah. Yas. All right. All right. I'm interested in one or two. Perfect. Perfect. So, let's see. Wood burned art. All right. And start them at 12. And I have 3 of them. And okay. I created that for y'all. And oh, there we go. Okay. And I will start the auction. You love number 2. Oh, the one with the all-seeing eye on it. Yes. All right. Well, I will start the auction, and I'll start it in the order I showed them in originally. So I will start with this one first. Start auction, and there you go. So this is first up in the wood burned art category. We got this cool celestial piece. And yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with like artist made products, and keep it for yourself, give it as a gift, whatever tickles your pickle, which is seriously my favorite phrase. I also like floats your boat. But you know, everyone's got their thing. All right, Debbie. So this baby is for you. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Gorgeous. So then the one that India was in love with, we're going to run her next. Bam. There you go. Gorgeous. Oh, and it's so perfect, right? Like, adds a little, like, mysticism to your motif, right? Um, I have such a funky collection of art in my house, and I think 97% of it is artist made. Just a couple of things that I found at, Target that I liked, but most of it is one of a kind. All right, sweetie. We're going to put that in your pile. Awesome. All right. And then we just have this baby left. And start the auction. And there we are. This gorgeous little mushy moon friend. Hi. My cat Phoenix is visiting. He really, really wants to be part of the auction. Okay. That's okay. Someone in the future will love that. You want to see him? You want to meet my cat? Oh, Feeny. Come here. Oh. So this is my big orange boy. We adopted him about 3 years ago. He has one eye and no teeth. And I know, isn't he the sweetest? He runs on one brain cell. But he is a lover, and he wants to be part of my auctions all the time. Don't you? All right. I will hold you for a moment. I'm trying to get to 1K. Yes, I actually adopted both my cats. My lady Lavender, she was the runt of a litter that was abandoned by her mom when she was just a wee kitten. She fit in my hand, and I used to be able to carry her around in the palm of my hand, and she would just be like putty. She would just be total melty cat. But then, now she's 11 years old and is, um, just loves being a house cat. And then Feeny here, we adopted him about 3 years ago after our old man cat passed away at the age of 18. And this guy, they were going to euthanize him. The previous owners were going to euthanize him. And I was just like, to my husband, I'm like, dude, we have to rescue this sweet baby child. I know. And I'm his favorite human too. And I remember when we first met him, he came right up to me and he started rubbing his face on me. Anyway, so yes, he's my lover. Mwah. Okay, I got to get back to the sale, sweetie. Okay, but anyway, on my road to 1K, I did list a couple of buy Phoenix a treat, buy Lavender a treat, because I'm for $1. Because I'm trying to get to 1K. Pardon the cloud of hair. Anyways, that was a segue. So the next thing I'd like to show is I have these adorable little vintage. I have 2 sets of 3. I don't know if you can see the sets. There we go. 2 sets of 3. And they are candy store style jars. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Oh, I appreciate you. Oh, thanks, Bridea. I didn't even see you pop in here. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. Phoenix will be very happy. He hearts treats. His favorite are, he loves the tube treats. And he's so funny because he has no teeth, right? He's got one eye and no teeth. And he was born with like a congenital birth defect, which is why his old owners, I think, were going to euthanize him. I'm sure you heard he has a snarfle. And we learned that he has like a hole into his sinuses that the vet said they can't repair. So it gives him a snarfle. And we call him a very wet cat. He's a very leaky cat because he's slobbery from not having teeth and his tongue hanging out. You'll see. Yes. And so when he licks the tube treats, because he only has the one eye, he's like trying to find it and he rubs it all over his face. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. And then he gets it on the floor and he gets it on me and he runs down his face. But he's so happy. He's so happy about it. Lavender, I know, right? Lavender she's such a delicate little princess. She used to take tube treats like Phoenix, straight from the tube to the face, how they're supposed to be taken. But then she decided one day that she did not want to do that anymore, that it's not proper for her to do that anymore, and now wants us to squirt it into a bowl so she could eat it all neat and stuff. Anyways, so cat personalities, what do you do? So anyways, I have these adorable little candy shop. There's a set of 3 and I'm running them. Right? Phoenix is just like, I don't know, put it on the floor. I'm cool. But Lavender is like, no, I need a bowl. It has to be a clean bowl. And it has to be at the right height. And I have to be not with Phoenix around because I like to eat alone because I don't want to have to share. Anyone with pets knows the struggle. Oh my goodness. So yeah. Let's see. Do I have these jars in the bin? Let me see. I do. So, actually, so I was running them. I have them in sets of 3. No, hang on a sec. Yes, I have them in sets of 3, but I'm selling them all like as a 6-pack for $12. So that's how I got it listed in the bin. So, hi, Marita. Welcome to the show. I am going to run this set of 6 vintage candy jar style little twist toppy bags. So the tops, they're very clean and in amazing condition. So if you need like to store like little crystals in them, want to make maybe little spell jars or want to store your herbs in them, This is perfect. It's also good if you have lots of little doodads on your desk. If you're a person that works at a desk and you're like, okay, I have paper clips and I have thumbtacks and I have rubber bands, because I used to work at an office for 2.5 years. Goodness, it takes a special kind of person to work corporate, I am telling you. And if you are that kind of person, all the love to y'all. Seriously. So, anyways, getting back to the task at hand, I'm going to run these babes for 30 seconds. And yeah, if you are into these sweet little candy jar style jars, they're up and ready for a home. Um, yeah, and the reason why they're called candy shop style is if you see these little round bits, because they can tip forward. So then they rest naturally on that little dimple. And yeah. So did I have it? Oh, I did have it as a buy it now. Oh, actually, all of my bins I was going to run at a flash sale. If you guys are interested, I will definitely do the flash sale discount for that. So just let me know. Trying to keep I got all like in cat brain mode, and now that's all I can think about is like, I cute little babies. So, anyways, next up, I have 2 of these. So these are sage bundles that I grew myself. So these are made. Let's see, bring them back a little bit. There we go. I have them wrapped with a little red tissue and tied with a ribbon, just because it looks cute and it makes it a little easier to handle if you're, looking at it at a shop, kind of a thing. So let's see here. Sage. So these were organic lavender and organic sage plants that I grew myself. I got them from a local greenhouse that grows in organic soil, the whole 9. Anyways, and yeah, so I am starting these at $4. And like I said, I hand tied them myself, so they look perfectly imperfect, but they will not fall apart on you. And yeah. So if you are looking for some organic, like smoke cleansing bundles for your home, or just, oh, thank you, Bridea. I will set these aside for you. Can I get your hand, hun? I just, here, hang on a sec. Bridea. Could you grab these and this? Now that my husband's home, I can, and just like set them over there. I also have they're 2 like, yeah, there you go. Perfect. Awesome. So I'm going to start the auction for, yeah. And so anyway, aside from the organic lavender and the organic sage, I decorated them with forget-me-not flowers that I bought from the local florist and dried myself. So I have 2 available and they are running right now. So if you would like these babes for yourself, I would love them to find a home. Yay, Bridea. Yeah. And all of my handmade witchery, like this, is small batch. I literally only made 6 of these this year. And I brought 2 to the show today to see how they would go, if folks would dig them. And I am so excited that Bridea does. Hooray! Love it. Thank you, sweetie. Is anyone else interested in the other one? If so, I will run it again. Otherwise, I will move on to a new item. Just pop a little heart or a thumbs up or something, an emoji into the chat. Yes. Okay, I will run the second one. And start auction. Beautimous. All right. Bridea, enjoying 2. I love it. And it'll be great. And I, oh my goodness, they're so fragrant. I can't help but sniff them. Even though, like I said, I dried them myself and stuff. Even after being dried, the lavender is still so pronounced, and that earthy sage is so delicious. So I am so happy that you will love them and enjoy them. Hooray. Okay. So, how about, are you guys interested in some chalices? I have some beautiful stainless steel chalices available. Oh, that's so cool. Whoever ends up with it is going to be so lucky. So very lucky. So like I said, I have these two stainless steel chalices. Oh, lovely. Hooray. You got the cauldron. That's right here. Look at that. Oh, that little baby's going to you. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Hooray. Good on you. I know. I know. I love, oh my goodness. And the detail with the little feet, I just can't. I can't. It just kills me. I am such a sucker. So, like, I spend a lot of time curating items um, to have at my shop, but also to have for the shows. And it's something that I pride myself in, not in a like, she's so proud, but in a like, um, finding ways to connect with people over things that are mutually lovable. So, anyways, this is silver and it's gorgeous. And I am so happy for you. Okay. Um, is there any interest in the chalices? I think ALICE. Okay. So I have them in the bin for 12, and these are brand new. They've never been used, and they have this gorgeous coloring. I am going to pin the goddess chalice, and I would gladly run a fire sale if y'all are interested, because I would love for these guys to find a home. So this is the tree of life in a Celtic pattern. And you can see this is green. I don't know if the light does it justice, and then let's see if I can get it close enough so you can see. But around the tree, oh, the light is not helping. But anyways, around the tree, you see there's a circle, and that is actually a Celtic knot circle. So, and look at all that cute detail. I love it. And you could totally drink out of it. So imagine yourself toasting on New Year's with this bomb ass cup, honestly. So I will run the goddess and see if y'all are into it. And there she is. So the sale is for this one right now. And then I will do a flash sale on the Tree of Life one next. So you have 18 seconds to bid. I know, it's very pretty. And I keep dinging them. And I actually really like the sound. Sorry if that was a lot for someone, but okay. So not the goddess this time. That's okay. All right. I'll see if right. Actually, I have a singing bowl. So if you are into sound cleansing, I have this beautiful singing bowl as well. And it has a wood striker. And because I love sound cleansing. I love sound cleansing. It is, do you want me to play it? I can play it. Awesome. All right. So I hold it like this. I don't know if it's the right or wrong way, but that's how I do it. So here's initial chiming. Hopefully you guys could hear that okay. So yeah. Electronic singing bowl? What? I seriously never heard of that. That's a thing. That's a thing. My mind is blown. Now I'm going to have to like rabbit hole into electric singing bowl land. So, okay. So let's do the singing bowl. Okay. And let's runner for, let's do a flash sale, huh? We're feeling crazy. Feeling a little cray cray. Oh, very nice. So let's run that flash sale. So 1350 is the starting bid on this beautiful brass. Oh, so you just bought it outright. You're like, nope, that's mine. Great. Awesome, Indy. I will put this with your pile of things. Gorgeous. I love it. I love it. Okay. How about we talk about my Florida water next? So I have a few of these. I just have 3 up here for now. Let's pull it back a bit. There we go. Smart. You're like, why bid when I could go in the bin? Smart. Okay, so I don't know if y'all have heard of Florida water. I have been making it for 5 years, and I know that you can buy it literally anywhere that sells spiritual things. But let me tell you this: I folks who have been sticking around for a while, Debbie and Indy, I'm looking at you. You know that I am all about doing the research, doing the work, and I put a lot of love and intention and care into all the things that I make. And this is no exception. So this Florida water is very special, is a very special brew. So first of all, I always brew it myself. It is made with whole herbs, right? It is made with whole herbs and essential oils, and I I brew it for 2 moon cycles, and then I triple strain it to get all the solids out, so you have no problems and it won't plug up. Because who wants a plugged sprayer? Not me. Especially if it's meant to be for energy healing or like an energy cleansing to like bring peace to a space. You don't want to get frustrated trying to spray the damn thing, right? Counterintuitive, 110%. Just saying. But, anyways, so in addition to all the delicious herbs and spices, right? I sound like a KFC commercial, but I promise it is not, does not smell like chicken. Sorry, brain. As I mentioned earlier, I am 15 squirrels in a human suit. So, tangents galore. Anyway, so this is special because it is made with seawater from the Gulf of Mexico, which was brought back for me because I had friends visiting like Alabama, Mississippi, one of those. And they're like, hey, we brought you back a gift. And they brought back one of those like micro milk jugs with seawater in it. And I was just thrilled over the moon. But I had it for a couple of years, and it finally felt like universe was like, hey, you should put this in a batch of your Florida water. And I'm like, oh my God, that's brilliant. So it was just the right time. So it has seawater from the Gulf of Mexico. It has moon water from a blue moon supermoon. And it has witch hazel, which is a super protective plant that is also known to like exercise, like expel the most tough, stubborn, negative entities and spirits. So if you have a trouble with hauntings or hinky energy that seems to like hang around, Florida water is for you. And it is safe to spray on your body, in your home. I have a witch friend that I have had for a long, long time, and she swears that when she sprays her pillow before bed, she has restful, beautiful sleep, no nightmares, no disturbed sleep, just peaceful, easy resting dreams. So if that sounds like something that you want to do, I will run these. And again, and I love these bottles. These are like a brown matte color. And I love the texture. It has like a very silky texture. And yeah, I have awesome. Yeah, I think, let's see here, edit. I have a dozen of them left. I bottled 50 bottles because I brew it a gallon at a time. And yeah, 12 left. Just saying. People like it. People go ham. So let's run it. You're just like, no, I'm just going to buy it. Perfect. You're like, this is for me. Love it, love it. Awesome. All right, I will run it as an auction item for anyone who may be around. And why does that say $4? Oh, hang on, cancel. That is not right. Hang on, product. Well, crap. I didn't mean to run it for $4, but I guess if you get lucky, you get lucky. Because that is so wicked cheap for all that work. Just saying. All right. So I will, let me see, Debbie, did you purchase 2 of them? I thought I saw it pop up twice. So I will double check at the end. You did. Okay. Perfect. I will set 2 aside for you. And I guess if other folks are interested, it is in the bin. It's in the bin. So, all right. So next up in my handmade witchery, because, I have it in all flavors. Let's see. Let's talk about charms. So let's start here. I'm going to pin this one. So these are my good luck charms. I have 3 available, and this is what they look like. So these are, let's see, I want to put it in a good place for the camera. Pardon my drunk driving here. Okay, here we go. So these ones here, they come in little corked glass vials that are sealed with wax. The good luck charms are sealed with green wax because green is associated with good luck, prosperity, abundance, so it's good for money magic. It's good for, if you need some luck to, for a special project or for really anything. Like say your kids are in sports and they have a big tournament coming up, or kids taking SATs and need some luck to get through it. This is definitely your friend. And this is full of different herbs and like crystals and other elements that are known to bring good luck, bring prosperity. This would also be good if you're going for like an interview for a new job or a promotion, and you just want a little extra luck to help you get there. I did put a nice long loop on it so you could hang it. So say you hang it in your car, hang it in your office, hang it in the kid's locker, or just put it in your pocket. I made it small enough that you could pop it in your purse and it won't get in the way, or, whatever. So like I said, I have 3 available, and if you want to get lucky, now is your chance. See, looks like someone just bought one outright. I missed it. I'm sorry. I was, busy talking and looking at everything else. It was you, Bradia. Awesome. I will set this aside. I mean, look at this gorgeous. This has pyrite and green aventurine and calendula petals in it. Or no, these are yellow cornflower. The yellow cornflower that I picked this year. So I have a lot of energy and love in this, and I am sending it your way. Yeah. So if anyone else, I will run the auction in case anyone else wants to bid. I have 2 left. Otherwise, you know where to find it, in the bin. In the bin. And I will pull out the next charm. Awesome idea. Love it. Love it. I have, how many charms do I have total? 1, 2, I have 8 different charms because I'm a busy witch and apparently I love tedium. Honestly though, like tedium, it's got to be one of my favorite things, to be honest. Okay, sweetheart. That is going with its sister. And yeah. Do we want the last one? I guess there is one left. If you want it, it is in the bin. Otherwise, I am going to move on to my next charm, which is peace and happiness. Because who the fuck doesn't need that? Oh, perfect. Perfect. Stick that in their gym bags. Yeah, with their equipment, and awesome. And I wish them all the luck in their sports endeavors. I played sports in school. My brother played sports in school. And so I come from a long line of, folks who understand the pressure to win, but also to like be really good at what you do. Oh, awesome. You have the open the way charm. And that was the very last one. So look at that. Oh, I love that for you. Love that for you. Okay. Let's run the peace and happiness charms. Run as auction. I have 2. Oh, enhance your divination. Girl, you are on it. On it, on it. Let me. Ooh. Okay. So this is the enhanced divination. This has malachite sand in it. And I am not shy with it. So that'll probably come up next. But this one is for Bridea. Thank you, SW alumni. Thank you. I appreciate the follow because I have put a lot of love and time. Oh my goodness. All right, so peace and happiness charms are in the bin if anyone wants them. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to my evil eye charms. So if folks are not familiar with, and you got, was it Debbie? Debbie got the last one, last good luck charm. I believe I saw that. Sometimes I feel like when I see the thing pop up that, and you got the evil eye. Okay, Debbie, I have 2 different colors. So the first one, here they are side by side. This one is more green and this one is more teal. Do you want the green one or the teal one, Deb? Blue, teal, green. Okay, you got the green eye one for you. Awesome. All right, and so do y'all want me to run the last evil eye charm? Otherwise, it is in the bin. I think I got 4 different ones. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Debbie, I will have to look. I have so many piles of things that are for people. Can you help me a second? Awesome, husband. All right. So these things have already been purchased. This and the 2 little herb bundles have been purchased. And we can set that with the other things. And then I have a couple of piles to hand you as well. Yeah, that can just go over there. That is great. Thank goodness my human is here to assist. Okay, and then this all stays together. Awesome. And then just kind of put that over by just keep it separate from the other ones. Okay, so let's see. And then I have a pile here. So this is all together. There. Perfect. Okay, on to something new. Now for something totally different. All right. Okay, so the divination charms. I have 1 left. So if y'all would like it, like I said, it has malachite sand in it. and it has a blend of herbs, and then it comes with a dragon charm. So I gave, I believe it's Debbie, the other dragon charm, but they're both dragons, but they just look different. So if you would like this, it is in the bin, but I can also pop it up on the auction. Yeah, so just drop an emoji for whatever you would like, whatever you'd like to do. So again, there is this guy. So all right, I do a lot of work for myself in the, healing my shit, right? And so I created Heal Your Trauma Charms. And these have little snakes on them. And some people are like, ooh, snakes. I don't resonate with snakes. But the thing is, I'm good for now, sweetie. Thank you. The thing with snakes is that they are symbols in the magic world of transformation, right? They're always shedding their skin. As they grow and change, they shed their skin, right? And that is part of their transformation process. And so I created Heal Your Trauma Charms as a way for you to not only heal through your trauma, but to like transform, because it's not about unbecoming who you were when you were traumatized. It's about like integrating the lessons that you've learned along the way, but also, becoming the person you want to be after the traumatic experience. So a lot of magic work that I do is centered around, um, is centered around, working on your mental health. And I have always sort of put that at the forefront. So let's see here. Here they are. So here's my pinned item. All right, I will run this as an auction in case anyone is interested. Yeah, but this is certainly something that you could put on your altar, carry it with you, or even like kind of help bolster your emotions as you are like heading into holidays. Because I know for myself, especially when I was younger, that when I went to holiday get-togethers, that I would have to see people that traumatized me, people who had physically and emotionally and psychologically hurt me. And it was a lot to handle, to be honest. And I didn't have the tools then, but I have the tools now. And I share those lessons and that energy through my magic. And so when I created the Heal Your Trauma Charm, I thought about, the herbs that I integrated, the charm, the symbolism and everything. Like I thought about, if I could hold that person's hand and share with them the lessons that I learned and the care that I wish was given to me, it would be this. So that's ooh, feel that in my heart. So anyway, it's in the bin. It's in the bin. Okay. Love charms for attracting love. The love charms, it's for like romantic love, right? But can also be for, universal love, for love for yourself. If you're on a self-love journey, this is lilac flower that I actually harvested and dried myself this year. I harvested it in the spring when it was, fragrant and beautiful. I actually harvested it during a spring rain. So it is very energized and it was very wet. And I used the lilac water that I got from the bowl after I took everything out to dry it and used it as anointing water. So, you can't get any, it's so magical. It is so magical. So anyways, I have these love charms in the bin if you would like them. Okay, ladies, are you still good? Do you want to keep going? I still have some books I can show. I still have magical herbs I can show. Ooh, I have my spell kits. So these are little kits that have everything you need in them. This one's for shadow work, and on the back I included instructions and the intention for the kit. And so if you are interested, I don't see the love charms. Oh, let me see. Love. How about I don't capitalize it? Oh, you're right. I will create a listing. Let me create a listing. Love charm. All right, and I have 2 of them. Oh, jeez. 1, 2. Jeez. Price. They are $6. Yeah, it'll go in the bin. And they are 1 to 3 ounces. Great. All right, confirm. All right, hon. I created that. All right, so. And I will pin that. There you go. And again, so these have little heart keys on them. Awesome. Welcome in, Robin. I am showing my my attracting love charms. I have them pinned. They are in the bin. Awesome. I will set this aside for you, Debbie. Awesome. So yeah, I have 1 left in the bin if anyone would like it. It has, like I said, lavender that I harvested this spring during a spring rain that I dried myself, and then it has other herbs in here that I dried myself. And then at the bottom is actually a special blend of rose and cardamom, which have all of that love energy. And of course, they have a string so you can hang them. So if you like it, it is in the bin. 1 left. And I'm pretty sure these are in there. These are my working with nature magic. So, was it Indy? I think it was Indy earlier that got that air magic book. So this would certainly help with your journey if you are wanting to work with the elemental energy, with nature energy, work with those sort of earthy, fey creatures. I just grabbed the peace one. Awesome. Awesome. So with the peace one, I have one that is dark pink and one that is light pink. Do you have a preference, Debbie? Dark pink. Perfect. This one's for Debbie. Awesome. Peace. So, yes. So I created these little nature charms. Let me pin them. Nature. Here we go. Pin. So yeah, again, this one's in the bin. I have it pinned, and this has, I believe it's demoterite crystal sand in it, as well as, so in the very top, you can't really tell because of the camera, but I put milkweed down in it. So milkweed down is after milkweed ages and then it blooms, right? And it has all the fluffy stuff. I harvested the fluffy stuff and I delicately stuffed it in here because milkweed down is great for working with the fairies, working with nature energy, and kind of invites in like helpful pixie energy, right? So when we think of the wee folk, we think of gnomes, we think of Tamta, Nissi, brownies, all that sort of like wee folk kind of energy anyway. So this is for them, and they have little silver fox charms on them. And yeah, so anyway, those are available if anyone would like them. You can find them in the bin. So there. Um, other. Yay! All right, Debbie. I'll set that aside for you. You're like, and stocking stuffers. Oh, they make the best stocking stuffers, really. Um, so next up, these are little corn dollies. So these I harvested the corn, the corn husk from the corn, and the corn itself was grown on my brother's farm up north. And he gave me like 60 ears of corn, and I'm like, what am I going to do with all this corn? And so I started shucking it to, parboil it and preserve it for winter because, I'm a little homesteady witch. And O-R-N, corn. I spelled corn right? Let me pin this. So, yeah, pin item. So, anyway, corn dollies are from a lot of different traditions, but essentially it holds the spirit of the harvest goddess. And the idea is that you can use her for fertility magic. So if you are trying to get pregnant or trying to make your life more fertile for opportunities to come your way, having a little corn dolly in your home will certainly help bring that energy around. And so it's hand tied. I use cotton thread to tie her. So she's made with all natural. She's not glued. Everything is just like as, of the earth as possible. And I put a little hanging string on her so you could hang her on your tree if you wanted. Oh, yay, Debbie. Oh, thank you. I will put a corn dolly in your collection of magic items. But yeah, so, and you could like write on her. So this dried corn husk, you could write maybe what you're trying to manifest in your life. Because essentially, when you are doing fertility magic, you're really trying to manifest things. You're trying to make your life fertile for things to manifest, right? So you can write on her little sash or her skirt, like what your intention is, and then keep her in a place where you would see her all the time so you can send that energy toward her. Oh, that is so sweet. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness, I love that for her. Yeah, I would write her name on it and be like, okay, if her name is like Sandy, right, Sandy on it, and be like, okay, fertility goddess, help her fill her fill her belly, fill her belly with progeny, many progeny. Well, maybe not too many. We don't want octuplets. I don't wish that on any woman. Just saying. Okay, moving on. But if you would like a corn dolly of your own, I do have a couple more made because I think I made a couple dozen this year. And after it was a really great way for me to commune with that goddess energy, because I honor the goddess. I don't like using the word worship, and maybe that's just my religious trauma, but I I revere, I honor, I invoke goddess energy. And when I was creating these, I felt like I was connecting with generations of women who created these for their homes, but also with that goddess energy. Because I honor Gaia, Mother Earth, right? But I also honor other creation goddesses like Bridget. And we all create in our own way. And so when I create the image of the goddess, I am certainly putting her energy into it as well. So it is blessed by her as well. So, ooh, feeling good. Feeling good. Her energy is with me. So, I started talking about spell kits. So, I have a few different ones. So, I have the shadow work one. I have one called Serenity. So it's about bringing serenity into your life, right? And so, for example, you're like, wow, that's a pretty small kit. But I have 2 incense cones in here, a tea light candle that I put a blend of crystals and herbs on that are for bringing serenity. And then it also has two crystals in here, like a purple mica and an amethyst. Oh no, purple mica and amethyst are on the tea light. And then it has an unakite stone or unakite. I'm never sure how to say that, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, so this is to reduce stress and anxiety and increase hope and happiness. So if you can use that in your life, I will pin it so you can find it easily. Serenity. Pin item. There you go. So if you would like, and I call these kind of my pocket spell kits because you can easily just pop it in your pocket, pop it in your bag, and like take it on the road. And maybe you want to do a serenity spell someplace that actually brings you serenity. So maybe it's a park somewhere. And oh, yay, Bridia! I will set one aside for you. Yeah, how many do I even have? I know I have at least one more. One and two. One, two. I think I have two more. So, if anyone else would like a serenity kit, yes, just pop it in your bag. So, like I said, maybe you take it to a park, because it's the place where you feel serene. All you need to bring with you is a lighter for your incense and your candle. And then carry the crystal with you afterwards. And that'll carry that magic with you. And these tea lights, okay, I did a test burn because I did a demo video for YouTube on how to use a removing obstacles kit, which is this one. Oh, this is my overcome obstacles kit. And I was explaining how you can use it. And so anyway, if anyone wants to see that video, just follow That Witch Tabitha on YouTube and you will find me. So anyway, but serenity, and of course I don't know where it comes from, but whenever I say the word serenity, I think serenity now, but I don't know where it came from. But that sound clip lives in my brain rent free. Thanks, ADHD. Anyways, serenity. If you need one, I have two available. I should update that product listing. Edit item. Quantity remaining is 2. That way, it is correct. All right. So then, like I said, I have overcoming obstacles. So overcoming obstacles is exactly what it sounds like. So I did have a charm which opened the way, and overcome obstacles are literally the same kind of spell work. So I believe it's Debbie who got the last open the way charm. These overcome obstacle kits come with, again, 2 incense cones, a tea light candle. This one has lepidolite and pyrite in it. And then you also get a chunk, and I mean, it's a decent sized chunk of dragon's blood jasper as well. And I think it was from Seinfeld. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you, Bridia, because I have repeated that thing over and over in my brain, going, why does this live here? So, hooray. Hello, welcome to the Magic Shit Show. Clancy, who just joined us. I am showing my Overcome Obstacle Kit. So if you have obstacles in your life that you need to overcome, you need to find a way to prop this. Oh, look. A giant celestite heart. Again, I still have those available for anyone who's interested in a chunk of celestite to help with the holidays. Okay, so let's see. Overcome obstacles. Overcome. So yes, so the idea is that if you have things that are getting in your way. Okay, since I have 2 available, which is probably correct. 2, darkness box, shadow work. I should call my shadow works together. Why be organized when I can be chaos? I definitely found another one. Oh, I have 3. So I have 3 available of the overcome obstacle. So overcome obstacle means to get shit out of your way. You're like, if you have that feeling of like, why won't things just fucking work out already? Like, why does it feel like things keep getting in my way to my goals? Why don't I feel successful? Why aren't I, um, you know, why am I not where I thought I would be at this point? So doing an overcome obstacle thing, and maybe it's not like a big overarching thing like that. Like, why isn't my life turning out the way I want my life to turn out to be? Um, for example, when I demoed the Overcome Obstacle Kit on my YouTube channel, my thing, and I wrote down what I needed to get rid of in order to remove obstacles. Because part of the thing with obstacles is that sometimes you get in your own damn way. And so identifying, am I the problem or is there an external force working upon me, making my life harder? And so I identified what I felt was the problem and wrote it down. And then on the other piece of paper, I'm using my hands, but on the other piece of paper, I wrote things that I am ready to like be ready for. It's like, okay, I'm releasing this so this can happen. And then I burned both things. I used the incense and I, um, you know, blessed both intentions and then I burned them separately in the candle. And then I always burn my little tea lights on a plate. So I just plopped, after they were on fire, I plopped them in the plate and I might have melted my fingernail a little bit. And the smell of burning fingernail is not tasty. Just saying. So if you are unsure if you can get out of it without burning your fingernail off, maybe use tweezers or, you know, I believe in your ability to not burn yourself. But anyway, if you are interested, that is in the bin. But just for shits and giggles, I will run it as an auction to make it easy if you want it. So again, it has 2 cones. So you could use it twice if you wanted. So burn half now, half later. Oh, I think I started on this conversation of when I did a test burn on the Overcome Obstacle candle, it burned for like 6 hours. I was amazed. Like, it was still going strong 6.5 hours later. So, yay, Bridia! You are going to love this kit. It is amazing. So, good on you. Honestly. All right. I will set it aside for you. But if anyone else wants one, it'll be in the bin. So good is overcome obstacles. Shadow work. A lot of people hear the word shadow work and they're like, what is that? And some people just don't get it, and that's okay. But honestly, shadow work has been one of the most helpful things in my healing journey. When I talk about mental health journeys and like trying to get where you need to be, part of when you're doing the overcome obstacle spells, part of what you need to work on is the things that you haven't addressed. So that's what shadow work is. It is you taking a long, hard look at yourself and going, okay, XYZ happened. So maybe you're divorced and you're like, okay, that happened. Not only is the divorce process exhausting and, rife with all kinds of emotions, and taken from like, I've been divorced. I'm on marriage number 2. So the divorce process sucked. End of sentence. And I consider myself relatively lucky. And you're like, how can you feel lucky to be divorced? Well, one, I am no longer with him. But second, I didn't have a super messy divorce like some people have. Like we didn't have kids together. We didn't own a house or a car together. We were still like, I was 22, 23 years old. I didn't have anything. I barely could find my ass with 2 hands. So I certainly didn't have anything he wanted, and he didn't have anything I wanted. And so we were able to split pretty amicably, but I still had a lot of baggage from that relationship because a lot of shit went sideways. And so my shadow work, when I got into my new relationship, which my shadow work journey took a long time. There was a lot of undoing because that relationship was like one of my first serious relationships. And so it had a huge impact on me as a young person. And so doing the shadow work to help work through all the things that we went through together, oy vey, that made me a better person. And I was able to show up more fully for myself, which allowed me to also show up more fully for my partner. And yeah, but also I had a bunch of old ass baggage, like some dusty ass baggage from when I was growing up as a kid, because I had a pretty messed up childhood. And so kind of doing that double duty, it took me, I mean, I went to therapy and then I started doing spell work, and I found that kind of putting them together, because again, like I mentioned earlier, mental health is super important to me. And part of my mental health journey has also been sharing the lessons I've learned with others. Because when I heal, I like to share that lesson, and that community, that connection helps me heal, right? It's that cycle, right? Um, but anyway, if you have shit that you have not dealt with, that is just like, I talk about it as like I'm putting it in a mental box, and I am storing that box in the warehouse of my brain, and I am not opening it ever, right? But shadow work has allowed me to have the strength, the courage, the audacity to go into those dusty dark corners of my warehouse of brain boxes and going, okay, let's do this. And I'm still on my journey. I can't say that my healing journey will ever end, because that's why it's a journey, right? It's not like while my mental health, a positive, happy mental health state is my goal, every single day is, you take a new step towards it. So anyways, if you want help with that journey, I recommend the Shadow Work Kit. Again, it comes with 2-cone incenses, a tea light candle, which I have imbued with crystals and and herbs, and a crystal to carry with you. And it does have full instructions on the back. And I hand wrote all of my instructions for every single box. I handwrite a lot of my labels, and that I feel like handwriting has kind of gone the way of the dodo. And I guess, having written traditions is something that I think we take for granted because we're so busy living in this tech digital world, and we're always typing something with our thumbs on keyboards that aren't really real. And to not take for granted the idea that written traditions are going extinct and are being replaced with virtual. I guess this is my way to fight the system and to not forget the gifts that my ancestors gave to me. And part of that is the written word, but part of that is also just documenting traditions. So I have the ability, the joy of reading them. So anyways, that is my thing on that. So shadow work kits are in the bin. If you want them, go get them. I have 4 total. The thing, edit, I will update it to 4. Of course, that is also assuming that no one has snagged one. Would you be able to put a note in my package with your YouTube channel listed so I can follow you? Absolutely, Debbie. I will gladly. Right? Okay. So, girl, Bridea, I get that, because after my grandmother passed away, there was an absolute shit show for her items, for the house. I mean, people in my family turned into wild fucking animals when it came to splitting up who got what of grandma's, which for them it was mom, right? My aunts and uncles. And several years later, after my grandma passed, one of my aunts sent me her cookbook. I know. I'm just like For real, people. Do you think grandma would want this? Do you think grandma would want you all to turn into slavering beasts and like being total a-holes to each other? No. I know. I know. Family dynamics. I am telling you. So, anyway, my aunt, without anyone else's permission, by the way, sent me my grandmother's cookbook that has no cover, is brown with age and from her spilling every liquid possible on it. But in the margins are all of her handwritten notes about how she did the recipe the way she liked it. And I have that in my library and I treasure it so much because cooking was one of the ways her and I connected. Like, she's the one who taught me how to bake. You know, grandma was the one who made the pies. She made the cookies. She also was the one who's like, I called my grandparents' house the Wayward House of Lost Lulofs because that's my family name, Lulof. And because if you didn't have a home, it doesn't matter if you were her grandchild, her niece, it didn't matter. She made sure you had a place to sleep and food in your belly. And my grandma was not a wealthy woman. Like, these are Depression era people, rural people that grew and hunted and farmed for their food. So it didn't matter how much or how little she had. She made sure that every wayward person was fed. So I'd rather give my kids things they want while I'm still alive so they can enjoy seeing happy. Yes. Yes. I wish I would have taken the things my grandmother offered me when she was still alive, because I know I will never get them now that she is gone. And I don't even know if they still exist. And I didn't understand the value of that when I was young. And now that I'm 40, I understand the value. So, but you know, some lessons you only learn as you get older. You don't realize. And I think that's what draws me to antiques and vintage items is I know that they were loved by someone who bought them new, right? And they still exist in the condition they exist because somebody loved them. And so when I do my thrifty witch stuff and I find these unique items that are still in such amazing condition, I think someone really loved you. Hi, Drizzle Witch, welcome in. I think someone really loved you and they loved you enough to keep you in this condition. And when whomever donated, welcome to the show, whoever donated that item to Goodwill or thrift shop, whatever, they're like, you know, that thing has the ability to like give someone else joy. So anyways, getting all deep and philosophical tonight. So yes. Anyway, we were talking about shadow work, the shadow work mini kits. They are in the bin, and much love to anyone on their healing journey, because while it is, you know, it is not an easy journey, it is still worthy. I can't remember if it was in, what was it? I can't remember if I heard it or read it, but something like things that are often the most difficult to do are, you know, worth doing kind of thing. Like if it's too easy, then maybe it's not worth doing. I don't know. I am probably totally butchering that phrase, but here we are. So the next mini kit I have up, oh goodness. Why have stands when I could just, I don't know, figure it out on the fly. So my next kit is called Darkness Defense. And I created Darkness Defense as a way to protect you from all manner of icky shit. So it says, used to clear negative feelings and combat the forces of darkness. And so forces of darkness is a really ambiguous phrase because that can mean lots of things to lots of people. In my intention, I thought of it as, being in a dark place mentally, right? So you're combating your own inner demons, your own intrusive thoughts, but also in the negative influences that could exist around you. So like we are always hearing other people's opinions about how we should live, how we should think, how we should act, how we should be, how we should dress, so on and so forth. And so that can really affect our mental states. And so I think that combating darkness can also be combating the sort of negativity that is spewed at you by others who think you should live your life in a way that suits them instead of you. So um, I do have darkness defense in the bin. If you would like that, I will also pop it up in the auction so y'all can find it easily. I have 3 of them available. Clearly, I did not update my thing. So um, I do have a couple more of these at my shop that I can snag for you if you want more than the 3 I have available. So again, it also protects if you have a haunted house or a problem with spirits. It'll also help clear that out. And again, it comes with the 2 cones, the candle, and a crystal for you to carry with you after. Okay. Well, if you choose to want it in the future, you know to find it in the bin. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. So, the next one up is Vox Amoris. So, Vox Amoris is Latin and it means voice of love. Voice. Here we go. And I will pin that. There we go. So you can find it easily. And I will likely run the auction as well. So I created Voice of Love, Vox Amoris, to help you so that you would use this when you need to have difficult or uncomfortable conversations. So say you need to confront somebody about maybe they hurt your feelings, or maybe you felt like they were inappropriate, or, and this would be good if you need to talk to your kids about something tough, you need to talk to a coworker. It's really to aid you in being able to speak from a place of love and kindness and understanding, and being able to speak your truth while also making the other person receptive to the words you are saying and taking the meaning the way you intend, instead of sort of twisting the words around and making it sound like they're being victimized. Or, you know what I mean? Because there'd be people like that. I could probably name a few in my own life, just saying. But, so Vox Amoris is certainly to help you have those tough conversations. So if you feel like, yeah, I need to have that conversation with my daughter because whatever, and or if you're like, if find it really hard to approach my dad, because if you find yourself saying those things about a person or a situation, this kit will certainly help you get to where you need to be by giving you that spiritual support. So again, she is in the bin, and I think I have 2, 3, 4. I have 4 of them with me. So I will plop that down, and we're getting to the end of the bucket. So I have 2 kits that I just have 1 of. So this one is Emotional Healing and Forgiveness. This one's for 5. IMOTIONA. No. See if do I have it in auction? No. Okay. Well, I don't have it in the bin, but if anyone would like it, I can put it in there. So the Emotional Healing and Forgiveness kit is for exactly that. Oh, geez. I would say that is for a specific instance of something. So where some of these, like the shadow work kit, can be used to deal with things that may have happened over time, this would be more singularly focused, where you're like, I want, maybe you have the desire to reach out to someone to help with like, you want to reach out to someone to like make amends. That's what I'm trying to say, to make amends. But you're having a hard time getting there because maybe that person is actually really important to you, or maybe it's someone you have to see every day at work, and you're like, I really don't want things to be awkward or tense. And so what this does is help you work on your own feelings about the situation while also helping you get to a place where you could forgive them. And again, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. So even though you may forgive somebody, even if you don't say it to their face, the forgiveness that happens, hi Disco Bread, the forgiveness that happens is really the gift you give yourself. So you're like, okay, um, I need to get to a place where I can be happy or comfortable or feel safe again. So yeah, yay. Um, so yeah, if y'all want me to list this in the bin, just drop a heart in the chat. Otherwise, I will move on to my next little spell kit. Again, I only have one of them, so just let me know. Again, this is the emotional healing and forgiveness kit for $5. Last up in the spell kits is one for the goddess Persephone. So I work with dark goddesses. Part of my healing journey led me to dark goddesses. And dark goddess just means goddesses that are interested in working with you, walking with you through the dark places. Um, but Persephone is a very unique goddess in the way that she is one half of the year, she is the goddess of spring, of fertility, of growth, of beauty, and the other half of the year, she is the goddess of the queen of the underworld. Thank you for the great show and all the information you've given us. I look forward to joining another live and visiting your YouTube channel. Yay! Debbie, I appreciate you so much. And I am going to enjoy boxing up all of the things that you bought tonight. And I will for sure put a note in there about my YouTube channel so you can find me. And I look forward to you joining me again. And I will have a brand new batch of awesome things to share with you. So, appreciate you times a million. Thank you so much. Yeah, see you soon. So, anyone else in the chat interested in things I have listed in the bin, things I have listed for the auction? I have gone through, I still have some charms. I have my spell kits that I've been showing. I also have one full moon kit available, which I have not shown yet. Full moon. Oh, that's it must be an auction. Crystal book. Oh, girl, you missed it. I had 2 crystal books, and they went earlier. One to Indy, one to Debbie. You just missed it. Do I have? Let me see. I do have lots of books though. So if there's other things that you may be interested in, well, hang on a sec. So I know. So I kind of have a, well, okay. So I have a couple books left from my dollar book draw, and one of them is this fortune telling kit. And while it talks about crystallomancy, which is using crystals as a divination tool, but it also talks about like 15 other kinds of divination. So if you're interested in crystals from that perspective, I do have this up available as a dollar open bid for a random book draw, but I don't think I have anything else. This is the only one that's flavored in that direction. But I do have books of spells and spell work. Okay. I figured you were looking for more of a purist book. Yeah. But I am hoping I will have more crystal books next time, because crystal books are something that I love and I know y'all love. So, yeah, if there is anything else in the bin that you would like to see, just let me know. Otherwise, I have been on for 2 hours and 45 minutes, which is the longest show I have ever had. And I have to thank all of you wonderful folks who have purchased things and kept the chat going and encouraged each other. I love that so much. But I also love sharing my story with you and sharing my magic with you. Yeah. So I am going to give y'all a couple more minutes to, kind of suss out perhaps what you may like to see. I would also like to point out that I still have gorgeous pieces of celestite. So, and I am going to run these on flash sale today because I have 2 of them and I would love to find them a home. I have them listed in the bin for 40, but I will probably do probably like 15% off. So if that entices you, I will gladly um, put this up for auction. So yeah, do that flash sale. Like I said, I have a heart shape that has all these beautiful points. And then I also have the egg shape that comes with a stand. So yeah, just let me know. Um, yeah. Oh, something earlier that I showed is I have one piece of wood burned art left. So this is on reclaimed wood, and I okay. Oh, pizza's here. Oh, girl, I kind of want me some pizza. I don't even think I've had dinner yet. So, all right. Well, I think I'm going to hop off. And I love and appreciate all of you who stopped in today and made purchases. And there'll be a free gift in your box. So look for that. And I'll make sure to, since I mentioned my YouTube channel, I'll make sure to drop that in the box too. So if you want to give me a follow, I have a bunch of fun stuff on there too. So, all right, my loves, you have a gorgeous, gorgeous night. And I will see you at the next show. Make sure to bookmark my other shows. I am doing a bunch of different ones. So you never know what I'm going to come up with next. Mwah. Bye-bye. And we're going back. And what is going on? End show.